On July 3rd, 2013, Glitchfest was born. The first episode being Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Today is July 3rd, 2018, 5 years later, and it's time to revisit the game that started it all. Hey Internet, and welcome to Glitchfest. Let's go ahead and start a new game. We can eat some pizza, break as many fences as our heart desires, and shed a few pounds. Okay, Banjo, here's our shot. Let's get that cool car. Come on, Banjo, you got this. Gosh dang it, Banjo. Now, once we're loaded up in the showdown town, the first thing I want to do is pause right away, open up the camera mode, and look behind us to see everyone hitting a T-pose. Hey, there's a pig wearing a top hat doing a T-pose, a tiny rhino wearing a dress doing a T-pose, even Gruntilda is doing a T-pose. For some reason, Mumbo's not joining in on the fun, though. And apparently in 2018, T-posing is a meme, too, so, I guess this is relevant. If you go into the Banjoland Act 4 Gruntilda battle, then fly over to Clanker here and crash into one of his eyes, it crashes the game. It says disk unreadable. It kind of makes me wonder, if you did this on a digital copy, would it still say that? In Banjoland Act 6, during this challenge, we're meant to shove all the igloo pieces out of a ring, but for some reason, if we just fly over and hit a switch like this one, it ends the mission right away. Cool. Sometimes when you drive at these things, they toss you across the level, because this game has totally reasonable physics that are not weird at all. I mean, just look at the sick lamp bounce. It's too cool not to put it in the video, man. Now, I don't know if this counts as a glitch, but if you design a vehicle just right using these huge monster wheels, your vehicle can turn very sharply. Like very, very sharply. Kind of gives me a headache just looking at it. Okay, guys, before we continue on with more glitches, I would like to take a moment to correct a mistake I made in the first episode. Phoenix, come on, man. It'll be quick, and then we can get right back to the glitches. Thanks, Phoenix. In the first Nuts and Bolts Glitchfest, I showed a thing where you can line your car up by a laser fence to trick the game into thinking the crate behind the fence was inside your car. Then you could go inside a stage, exit out of that stage, and bam! The crate would come with you. Well, you know, this little shop here, Mumbo's Motors, a key component of this game. Well, if you just hold up on your D-pad, the game will actually warp you to this shop, which completely skips the part where you have to walk to a stage. So all of that trouble I went through 5 years ago was completely pointless. Boy, do I feel dumb about that one. Okay, let's move on. Here's your ice cream, Phoenix. Now, there's a little quirk with vehicles in this game. When you build a vehicle, if you put an object separate from your vehicle way below the actual vehicle itself, for example, here's my car, and way down there I have a couple of sinkers, it'll make my vehicle appear slightly in the air when I load up the vehicle. And this might seem pointless, but it can cause some weird things to happen. For example, if I load up the vehicle on this little island, it puts me way over here by this volcano. Or in the logbox stage, if I'm looking at this wall and load up the vehicle, it puts me down here. I don't know why, but it does. And here's something much weirder. If I go into this pool of purple Kool-Aid in the logbox stage and load up this vehicle, it for some reason makes my vehicle think it's in water when it really isn't. You can see like bubbles behind the car as I fly around, and the vehicle actually falls really slowly too. But most importantly, if I go just about here, then load the vehicle and hop out right away, bam! I can swim through the air. Heck yeah, dude! We can go all the way to the top of the stage or wherever we like, but for some reason, if we talk to a character in the stage, it suddenly fills the entire world with purple Kool-Aid. Once again, I'm not exactly sure why this happens, but it does. If we go and enter a challenge, the world will look like it's back to normal, but as soon as we exit the challenge, it's still like this. But at the very least, if we go back to Showdown Town, it will fix it. I actually tried this same crud in all the other stages, but I couldn't get it to work anywhere else. I was dedicated, man. Look at this crud. I even tried to make it happen with this little water fountain in this stage. And for some reason in the Spiral Mountain stage, nothing happens. Like, my car doesn't even come back. It's just nothing. It just flashes white and that's it. I just stand there. So that's weird. Bring it on, Gruntbot. I'll fight you with my chair. Oh. There's actually a whole bunch of different oddities that can happen with vehicles in this game, and a fellow YouTuber called Grin actually has a ton of videos showing these in lots of detail. And he's given me the okay to use some of his footage here. Now, first up is the hyperdrive. Essentially, you make this little doodad where the gadgets here called tow bars are trying to pull themselves together, but the wheels here are actually keeping them apart, which for some reason makes the vehicle rapidly fly forward. I keep telling you guys, this game has amazing, normal, completely reasonable physics, dude. And something pretty similar but a little different is the spring engine, which is another little doodad. It's got some tow bars, but this time we actually set it up so that a spring, you bounce the spring and it for some reason pushes your car forward. Now the hyperdrive kind of just flies randomly and explodes. The spring engine's actually pretty useful, so if you want to make one to actually use, probably try this one. There's another one that's not that useful, but it'll allows you to remote control a vehicle, basically leaving Banjo behind, but still being able to control it off in the distance there. And you might have guessed it, it also uses tow bars. And there's even a glitch that allows you to make your vehicles really long, like really long. Now this vehicle here is nearly 11 times longer than a vehicle normally can be in this game. I don't know why you would ever want to do this, but that's a thing. So once again, thank you to Grim and Grin for the footage on that one, and now let's go look at some other glitches. Now around Showdown Town there are these towers. This one is number 2, which I will not make a poop joke about. Now inside these towers are crates containing new vehicle parts, and what you're meant to do is talk to a dude and buy a code, then go up to the top, put the code in, it'll make the wooden doors on the bottom open up, and there you got your crate. But instead, let's grab a wooden box right here, line up just right, and use the hover glitch I showed off in the first Nuts and Bolts Glitchfest. If we do it just right, we can get our car inside. Gosh dang it, I am stuck. Okay, let me try that again. So if we get our car inside, we can actually put the crate in the car and then warp back to Mumbo's Motors like we did before. And then when we exit, boom, we've got the crate. And sometimes even the wooden doors will get stuck open and you can just push the crate right out. But what if instead of trying to hover with a wooden box, we use this giant statue? Now this crud is heavy, so I went over to Boggy's gym to buy some strength upgrades, then tried to hover into a tower with it. And oh my. After a while, I didn't exactly get the statue in the tower, but it got stuck up there. So I hovered up with something else and went inside, and for some reason, now we're falling inside the floor and walking through the walls. Now that's a lot of damage. I found the crate that was inside the tower just like randomly in the floor, so I grabbed that, I tossed it outside, and I tried to get the statue into the tower some more, but I just ended up dropping it, and now I'm stuck in here. Fantastic! So let's just move on and revisit our old friend from the first episode, the grenade turret. So using the grenade turret, we can clip through the floor and fall underneath the game world in basically any level. I already showed that in the first episode, but what I forgot to try was glitching outside of the world in the middle of a challenge. So let's go start up a fight with Grunty and give it a try. Yeah, it just crashes the game. I can't pause or even open the Xbox home menu, so I gotta go press the power button on the console itself to fix it. Darn it, game, making me stand up. Don't you understand how lazy I am? Well, let's at least go and glitch inside Banjo's house here. It looks a little odd from the inside, and we can walk inside everything, because it's almost like we're a ghost. Or maybe we just weren't meant to go inside here. That too. I also tried to go inside this brain thing in the logbox stage, and I just fell through the world. Oh well, I mean, at least I tried. Now, the whole game crashy and glitchy out of the worldy thing doesn't happen for every challenge. Like this race here in Nutty Acres Act 2, we fall through and sort of just land down here. Now, if you look closely, you can still see Trophy Tom is racing along up there. I mean, that guy is so slow, it's gonna take a while for him to finish. And while we're talking about out of bounds glitches, let me share one that I knew about 5 years ago, but for some reason I did not include in the first episode. So let's go back to Showdown Town, because here, if we go up this giant ramp, right on the side, if we drop down, we can actually kind of get stuck sliding right here. Now, once we're stuck, if we attack towards the wall, eventually we'll just fall through, and there you go, we're out of bounds. This one's kind of fun because you can do this one even during the demo version of the game, and right up there is something that always taunts me. It's actually a freebie jiggy, but I can't find a way to get inside there. Now, one of my favorite things to do when we're out of bounds in Showdown Town is actually go to the back sides of levels. So this is the back side of a level entrance, which kind of looks cool. Wait, do you see that? Okay, look closely. Yeah, it's a tiny door. Look at him, dude. He's so cute, little door. But anyways, as you would expect, we can swim all over Showdown Town. We can get a beautiful view of the scenery. We can swim through the floor. We can view rhinos in their natural habitat. Look at these guys. Yeah, all kinds of good stuff. But with all of those glitches behind us, I want to take a look inside the logbox stage. Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts came out in 2008, and this giant disc right here says, "Will anyone remember Nuts and Bolts in a decade? Come back in 2018 to find out." Well, it's 2018 now, and I definitely still remember it. But with Glitchfest at its 5-year birthday, the question now is, will anyone remember it when it's a decade old? I guess come back in 2023 to find out. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone. Whether you've been watching this show since the beginning or this is your first time seeing it, I hope you enjoyed. I guess while we're talking about Nuts and Bolts, I should mention I did a full Let's Play of this game over on my Scykoh Plays channel, and I am a speedrunner of this game as well, trying to get that world record. So I stream speedruns of this on twitch.tv/Scykoh as well. Thanks so much again for watching. I'll catch you next time. Take care.